everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Lauren and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. This week's going to be a bit of a weird week. It's only Wednesday and I'm just starting the vlog now, but it is 1st of February. I'm doing an assignment this week, so it's like taken up a lot of my time, so I haven't really read much. But I started Hat Trick Heart today, just briefly in the morning, and I'm enjoying it. I'm not very far into it, like I'm like 5% into this or something. So this is fun. This is like a hockey romance. Why choose? Cannot go wrong with a why choose, and cannot go wrong with a hockey romance. I've never read like a non-dark why choose, so I'm excited to read this. Like I'm very excited to read this. So yeah, but my priority for this week is reading Jasper Vale by Devney Perry, which I'm about to sit down and start the first 100 pages. But I'm going to read it with my friend Sam. We're going to read like 100 pages a day over the next few days because it's like just over 300 pages long. So that's our plan. Fake dating, because like, and sort of like married to convenience. They get drunkenly married in Vegas and then they pretend to be together for some reason. I can't remember what that reason is, but I don't really care because it's Devney Perry. I'm going to love it anyway. I love Eloise and I'm so excited for this book. The MMC is the coach of the MMC in the previous book, which was Garnet Flats. I'm going to read that, and then I will likely be reading Wild by Macaulay Smelter, which I'm very excited about. And then for audiobooks, I'm planning to listen to Rock Paper Scissors, which is a very popular thriller going around at the moment, so I'm going to listen to that. And I love listening to thrillers, it's just the easiest way to consume them for me. I'm going to be listening to an Omegaverse, which I will be featuring in my Omegaverse vlog. So yeah, that is that. Let's get into Jasper Vale because I'm very excited, and I will see you guys with some updates when I finish my first 100 pages. Okay guys, happy Monday. This is going to be a 2-week vlog. I literally read nothing last week. I have some updates though, but I will do them tomorrow. I am now starting Wild and I'm very excited. I'm buddy reading it with my friend Chanel. I will link her TikTok down below, but I am so excited for this book. I really hope I love it because I love Macaulay Smelter. So we're going to start it now. It is quite late at night. Like it is like 10:20. It is what it is, but I am starting it now and we're going to see how far we get. And I also wanted to finish Jasper Vale tonight, so I'm not super tired. So let's see how we go. Okay, so I am now 55 pages into Wild. Very, very fun. I'm enjoying like the forbidden romance aspect. I'm enjoying all the characters. They're very fun. It's very steamy. Like it's very like the tension's building. So Wild is a forbidden romance between one of the band members of this band called The Wild and the daughter of their manager. Like he's their manager. He like signed them and he's recording, like he owns a recording studio that they're recording their first album at. So they literally have a run-in. I love in a book when the two main characters like physically like run into each other. He was showering in her shower and he was in a towel, and she went into her room to go have a shower. She had been out for the night, and yeah, he banged into her. And he said to her, so his name's Hollis. So Hollis says to me, I don't know how, but I can't remember, like they trip over each other and she falls on top of him and she's like, or he falls on top of her, and he said, if you want to be on top of you, all you had to do was ask. And Hayes, her dad, is her adopted dad. So there's like a backstory about something that happened to her as a child, which I'm assuming was covered in, so Hayes, the band manager and Mia's dad, he was part of Willow Creek, and Willow Creek is Macaulay's first series, and that was also a band. And then one of the other band members in Willow Creek, their son Mason Wade, is Mason from the Boys series, which I read earlier in the year, middle of last year. So that's how they kind of connect. It's a little bit confusing, but the Willow Creek series connects to the Boys series and also connects to these series by two of the children of the band members of Willow Creek. Hayes, the manager, has said to all the band members, my daughter is off limits. Do not Grinny, my daughter, do not touch her. She is off limits. And he's a very protective dad in general. So it is very forbidden. It's going to be good. It reminds me a lot of Nice Guys Don't Win, which I absolutely loved last year. So I hope this gives me similar reactions. I want to absolutely adore this and devour this and give it 5 stars. I just don't want there to be a third act breakup. I want Hayes to be similar to the dad from Nice Guys Don't Win, but we will see. I adore this. I'm going to put this down for now and read Jasper Vale. I'm about halfway through Jasper Vale and I love it. Jasper Vale has one of the dirtiest mouths I've ever read about in my life. Oh my god, and when he calls her my wife, ooh, he is a sexy man. Jasper Vale is fake date. Eloise and Jasper accidentally get married in Vegas one night and now they are fake dating, fake married, and so that he can take her to his ex-wife's wedding in Italy. So we're nowhere near that yet. We're getting close to that point. I'm disappointed that I didn't update you guys earlier on this, but I'm gonna read Jasper Vale now and then I'll see how far I get before I go to sleep. Hopefully I can finish it tonight. It is now 11:30, so almost 11:30. Why do I do this to myself? And I have to go to the gym tomorrow and I have a facial tomorrow, so my bad. So yeah, I'm gonna get read and hustle and I'm gonna update you guys before I go to sleep. Okay, I am ready for sleeping, but I'm in chapter 20 of Jasper Vale. We are at the wedding scene. We got introduced to Jasper's backstory and what he went through and why was married before. I'm really enjoying it. I'm just really friggin' tired. Holy moly. It's a good book. Do I love it as much as I love the other ones? I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna hit the way I want it to hit, but we will see. I love Jasper and I love Eloise, but I'm just wanting a little bit more. But it is only like, I'm actually like 70% through it, so I don't know. We'll see how I feel when I finish it. I still think it'll be at least a 4 stars because it has to be, but I don't know. I'm just too tired to form sentences. So I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't think dogs would be allowed at a winery, so
It's also a bit funny, which I really like that too. But he's more like, he's got a pole up his ass at the moment. But I really want him to work for how they know each other. Like, I want that tension.
I agree with all of your sentiments. Crazy how he doesn't remember her. Like, how does he not remember her? I feel like he maybe made those holes so that she could go back there. Hi guys, happy Tuesday. I had a lactic peel today and dermaplaning, so my face is a little bit red, so there is that. I have my skincare headband in because my hair is annoying me and it is what it is. So I have a few updates to give. I never gave my update on Rock Paper Scissors. Highly recommend the book if you like a domestic style thriller. It was a little bit confusing and a little bit of a convenient plot, but it's definitely spooky, definitely very mysterious. The ending was was crazy. The twist was insane, was not expecting that. So if you like thrillers, recommend. I finished Jasper Vale before this afternoon and I gave it a 5 stars because it doesn't deserve anything less than a 5 stars. Jasper Vale is amazing when it comes to bedroom activities. I loved them falling in love. I loved the whole story. It was fantastic. The ending was so full on. That had me more on edge and was more like full on than the twist and like the climax in Juniper Hill. So yeah, check your triggers in this. Even though it's a small time romance, there is some triggering content around the twist. Was not what I was expecting at all. I'm glad my first anticipated read of the year lived up to the expectations. It is a 5 star. So I started Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey before. I'm doing a like read along, following a reader along that we're doing. So my friend Sienna is hosting the read along and I am following along. So it's like 3 chapters a day. So I've just finished chapter 3. Definitely a very sweet romance so far. Typical Tessa Bailey, like very endearing characters, really entertaining side characters. So I like this so far. They almost kissed like back in high school and he doesn't remember her now and she's like a florist and they reunite when she goes to like plant some flowers in his family's vineyards garden. I guess it's gonna be fun. Really don't know what to expect. I really don't know what to expect, other than it'll just be a sweet, endearing book as any other Tessa Bailey, because she just does great characters. I love like watching the side characters, the main characters, just, yeah, regardless of the plot, regardless of the romance, just seeing her characters come to life is fantastic. So I love this. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that. It is now 9:30. I'm gonna sit down and read Wild for a significant period of time before I fall asleep. That is the plan. Yeah, that is all I'm gonna be doing this evening. Reading Wild. Okay, happy Wednesday, guys. I am now up to chapter 7 in Secretly Yours. I don't have any major thoughts. It is good. I sort of came to the realization today that I need to be reading more than 3 chapters a day of this. I know I am following my friend's reading like thing, but 3 chapters just isn't quite enough. Not enough happens to really grip me in the story. But other than that, it's typical Tessa Bailey, very quintessential small town vibes. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I love where this is going. It's a very intriguing, interesting plot. But yeah, that's all my update for that for now. I'm gonna go have a shower and then I'm gonna knuckle down into Wild because it is so good. But yeah, that is my update for my Wednesday. I am just like not having the best like time reading because like I'm just not reading fast enough, but it is what it is. My arms are really sore today. I'm gonna go have a shower now. Okay, it's Friday. I'm halfway through the Friday reset and I'm listening to The Ex Talk and I am loving it so much. It is such a fun read. I love the dynamic between the 2 main characters, extremely diverse cast. The concept is a really fun read. She's also a short girl and it's not constantly harped on the fact that she's short, which is really nice. And both of the main characters have their own like trauma and feelings that they're working through to sort of together and everything. If you don't know anything about The Ex Talk, the concept is that these 2 rivals at a radio show, a public radio show, they're fake exes to run this like dating podcast, radio show and podcast. And yeah, so they make up this story about how they dated, and now that they're broken up, they're going to give people advice about relationships. So that is that concept. It is, the male main character's name is Dominic Yoon. He is Asian. I don't know if they said what kind of Asian. Can't remember if I missed it, but he is Asian. And the female main character is Shay, and she is, I think, well, Shay Goldstein. So I think she's half Jewish or full Jewish. And yeah, so she's dealing with the loss of her dad, and he's dealing with a massive loss and like changes in his life. Fantastic read, highly recommend. I'll give you my thoughts at the end, but I'm really enjoying it. It is, I'm so disappointed that it took so long for me to pick it up. It's also very quirky, very interesting in terms of like the different dynamics of all the characters and the different like, all the different references and all the like the cultural, like pop culture references are all very funny. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to cleaning because I'm almost done, and I will check in with you guys later on. There is a storm rolling in. Okay guys, it's been a few days since I finished this vlog, and I never updated what I rated a few books. So Wild, I ended up rating 3 stars. It just didn't meet my expectations. The 3rd act breakup really frustrated me. I think the way the father acted was completely unreasonable, especially considering he says like right at the end, like, oh, I don't agree. Like, I don't want you to be with my daughter, but I think you'll treat her right. So if you thought that, shouldn't you have thought that at the start? I don't know, it just didn't hit the way I thought it would. Not my favorite Macaulay Smaltzer, and unfortunately it's just the way that it is. Yeah, I've never rated one of her books lower than 3 stars. I don't think this is a 2 star because I would still recommend it because I still think there'll be a lot of people that would really enjoy this book. It just wasn't my favorite style of book. Secretly Yours, I gave a 3 stars. I'm considering giving this a 2, but yeah, I'm offloading this book and giving it to my mum. I would never reread this again, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna give it to my mum and she can read it and keep it, or whatever she wants to do with it. I think she would definitely enjoy this. She likes a good romance book, but I felt like the plot wasn't fleshed out enough. It is still quite a hefty, chunky book, like over 300 pages long. It's like 330 or something, like 340, I think. There was a lot of elements that just weren't fleshed out or weren't given enough clarity about. Like there was the dogs in here. I thought this was gonna be like a love triangle, because there was like her rival garden business guy that I thought maybe there would be some conflict there, some third act, some sort of, you know, love triangle. There wasn't. It was just really underdeveloped and really, unfortunately, boring. The letters that she writes are really not talked about. She only sends like 2 or 3 letters. It's not a heavy part on the plot. Yeah, it just was really underdeveloped, and there could have been so much more done with this plot. Just wasn't done. I think the next book will be fantastic. The Ex-Talk. I really, really enjoyed this. This was such a fun read. I gave it a 4 stars. Was thoroughly entertaining. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I would definitely be reading more of Our Work again. It just is like a fun, spicy read. A very predictable plot, but just really fun time, I think. I just really enjoyed it. There were so many fun characters, so many interesting relationship dynamics, so many complex individuals, and so many just like amazing individuals. So I really liked it. But yeah, that was my reading week. It was a very strange few weeks. I was busy with uni and I just didn't read a lot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog, even though it was chaotic. And I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next weekly reading vlog. Bye guys.